Namaste and hello. This is your Sanskrit instructor welcoming you back into lesson number 84. In this lesson, we will be learning about a different set of verbs, which are verbs that are preceded by a preposition. Prepositions have a meaning by itself. In the past, we have dealt with prepositions that govern specific cases when we are declining a noun. Examples of prepositions preceding a noun, for example, would be away from the house, or towards a river, or after a village, etc. But when we see a preposition that is prefixed to a verb instead of a noun, that meaning of the verb changes in comparison to the verb that stands on its own. The prepositions mostly in use are as follows in the left column of this table. On the right column of this table are the verbs that are preceded by the preposition with their new meaning. The majority of these verbs are used in the first conjugation, and we have already learned the meaning of almost all of the verbs on their own in this course without the preposition. But for the sake of reviewing, we will verbally compare and contrast the change meaning of the verbal root to the verbal root without the preposition. So the change meaning of the verbal root will verbally compare that and contrast it to the verbal root without the preposition. So on its own, without anything that is preceding it. So let's get started. So the preposition ati means over and beyond. And the verbal root kram means to walk. But atikram means to go beyond or to cross. Now this is conjugated in the fourth conjugation. So kram became kramyati, but third person singular to go beyond is atikramyati. Next we have adhi, which means near or onto. And gam means to go in Sanskrit, but adhigam means to go onto or to obtain. Third person singular is adhigachati. He obtains, for example. It obtains. Next, anu means after or along. Sri also means to go in Sanskrit, but anusri means to move after or to follow. Third person singular is anusarati. This is first conjugation. The previous one was also first conjugation. Like I said earlier, the majority of them is in the first conjugation. Then we have apa, which means away from, and chad means to move, but apachad means to move away or to depart. So third person singular would be apacharati. Next we have abhi, which means towards. Dhav means to run, but abhidhav means to run towards or to attack. So abhidhavati is third person singular. He attacks, it attacks. He run towards, it run towards, she run towards, etc. Ava means down. So you have ava means down. And then daha means to burn. Dah. So ava dah means to burn down or to completely destroy. Third person singular would be ava dahati, first conjugation. Next, a means onto or back, and ni, the verbal root ni means to lead in Sanskrit. Ani means to take onto or to bring. When conjugated in third person singular, first conjugation, it becomes anayati. He, she, or it brings. Ud means up or forth. Bhu, by itself, the verbal root bhu means to become. Udbhu means to arise or to be produced. Third person singular, udbhavati, means he, she, or it arises, or he, she, or it are produced. Udbhavati, first conjugation. Upa means near as a preposition. Vish, in the sixth conjugation, vish means to enter. But upavish means to sit. Look at the difference there. You have to enter versus to sit. Completely two different meanings here, from with the preposition versus without the preposition preceding the verb. So upavish means to sit. Third person singular, we have upavishati. Next, we have ni, which means under. So this is not the verbal root ni, this is the preposition ni, which means under. And kship, in the sixth conjugation, means to throw. Nikship means to throw under or to put down. Third person singular, nikshipati. Next, we have nis, which means away or out as a preposition. Vaha means to carry or to flow in the first conjugation. And nisvaha means to carry out. Third person singular, you end up with nirvahati. Nis becomes nir. Nirvahati with a ra with a halant, half ra, represented by that hook on top of the va. Then next, preposition pari means round or about. Pat means to fall, but paripat means to fall around or to fly around. And that pat, it was conjugated in the first conjugation, so paripatati is third person singular. He, she, or it flies around, falls around. Next, we have pra, which means forward. Chal means to move, first conjugation. Prachal means to move forward or to set out. So you end up third person singular, prachalati. Prati means towards or against as a preposition. Gam means to go, again, first conjugation. But pratigam means to go towards or to return. You end up third person singular with pratigachati. Next, we have, for a preposition, we have vi, which means apart or without. Many prepositions for the word without. And then we have asu. Actually, that should have been us. So us means to throw in the fourth conjugation, us. So vi us means to throw apart or to scatter. So throw versus throw apart. And then you end up with vyasyati. So notice that's the ya there, indicating that this is the fourth conjugation. And then some means together or fully as a preposition. Kship also means to throw in the sixth conjugation. And some kship means to throw together or to summarize. So to throw versus to throw together or summarize. And then you end up with third person singular, some kshipati. So these are all of the verbs provided with a preposition preceding that verb that is prefixed to that verb. And you have the original meaning of the preposition. We verbally went over the verb, the meaning of the verb without the preposition. And now here you have a verb that is prefixed with a preposition. And it's all here for you. So put this down into your new vocabulary. And this is your Sanskrit instructor signing off with a namaste.